Alright, welcome to a little channel update plus a short video. I have been offline for about 3 months because I haven't been able to get anything up, but now I have a means of recording and I will be able to upload hopefully more frequently. As for updating the channel, I will start redoing some of my older videos. I'm not fond of the quality. I feel like a lot of people aren't fond with the quality. My old jokes don't make sense. It's cringeworthy all around if I watch my old videos. New content coming. I'm hopefully going to be getting a lot more equipment, a better camera. He's going to be my editor. He's going to start editing the stuff. Hopefully, the way things plan through. This is the first time he's been on camera too. He's been in my other videos, but this is the first time he's in frame. So we're gonna start doing like a fantasy fight type thing. Movie reviews, TV shows. I'm not sure about music yet. The jury's still out on that one. But a lot more content's coming at you. But instead of doing a review, I thought we'd do a little personal thing today. Today on this video, to do an extra with the channel update, we're going to do our top 10 personal favorite anime, and top 5, my bad, 10, not 10, I don't even think he has enough to do 10. Top 5,
try to judge me, bro.
Top 5 personal favorite anime, reasons as to why. Understand that our favorites aren't necessarily the best, but it's the ones that we like the most.
Well, mine are, no, it's fine.
So you want to start with your top 5 first, or you want me to start it?
I don't know. You know.
Alright, so I'll start with my top 5, with number 5 being, the number 5 is the same one, but his might be higher up on this list. But my personal 5th favorite would be Akame ga Kill. It was a series that we watched together.
It's the exact same.
Really? Number 5? Number 5? So we both like number 5. It's, oh wow, you actually kept note. Wow.
Organized.
I could have too. I just had my tablet down there. Akame ga Kill was my 5th favorite. I just like the other ones higher up more, but this one was hard for me to place. It was a good story. We have a review about that one, so we don't need to go too in depth with it. But good characters. I liked Akame ga Kill for the different types of powers, and that was something that really drew me into it. I wish they expand a little more on the Imperial Arms and stuff like that. My 4th favorite is Black Lagoon.
Wait, we should do a format. Your number 5, my number 5. Your number 4, my number 4.
That's still being said. Ours was exactly the same, so who goes next?
Alright. My favorite, not my favorite.
Your 4th.
My 5th was Akame ga Kill also. I liked it because the first half of the show, it was really fast paced. And it was very unforgiving with character deaths, which I liked. It was more realistic, like
Cough, cough, shell.
Like in episode number 3, when they just gave you the character development for a character named Shell. Spoiler alert, skip like 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this part. If you're planning on watching if you haven't seen it. Shell gets obliterated. Nah, she didn't get obliterated. She gets chopped in half by a giant monster dog looking thing. And made me cry. Manly tears of joy.
Kind of like that with you and Asuna.
Anyways, yeah, and I liked the variety of different people in it. So that's my number 5.
Number 4 for me, if you heard me start saying it, is Black Lagoon. And it's an oddity on my list because most of my favorites have some sort of fantasy aspect to it. And Black Lagoon is the only one that's almost completely realistic. There's no sort of fantasy superpower. It's all based like realistic pirates. I like the characters and the action and the bloody mess that was the awesomeness of Black Lagoon. When it came to character development and deep backstories, Revy's was honestly one of the most interesting and one of the most in-depth I've seen of any character in any of the show, even for my next 3. And it's still only made number 4. I find the next 4 really good. Next 3 really good. What about you?
My number 4 was Attack on Titan, which I liked a lot, but it kind of some parts that weren't filler kind of end up feeling like filler a little bit to me. Like there was a lot of like air and yelling for no reason, and
that reminds me, all that's in the
repetitiveness.
That reminds me, all that's in the comic book too. There's like no filler in season 1. That is all straight from the comics.
And yeah, you could tell it was a filler, but some parts just seemed like they weren't needed to me. In a comic, I mean not a comic, that's an Attack on Titan. But I liked it overall. It was number 4 on my list, and I liked the whole kind of this is the only what's left of humanity type feel. But I don't understand the backstory that much, but I liked it overall.
Alright, so my number 3 is interesting. My number 3 favorite is Ergo Proxy. Of that show, I've only seen 3 episodes of a 24 episode series, I believe. I haven't gotten around to watching it all, but it really, I think it speaks more volumes about the show than it does about me. That show had me hooked on episode 1 at minute 1. Just watching that first minute of the episode, minus the Funimation credit thing, watching the actual first minute of that show, I was hooked instantly. I will definitely get around to watching the rest of the series. The world was just amazing to me. You had a character that was relatable for being unrelatable. Like, what's your face? Annie. She was likable even though she was supposed to be an unlikable bitch.
Yeah, so.
Ergo Proxy, it's something unique. Because it's similar to Black Lagoon with its realism, but that one had a lot... that one had more of a sci-fi type feel.
My number 3 was, it was Death Note. My number 3 was Death Note. Well, like, I think so far what I've seen, that's probably overall the best anime I've seen. I haven't even watched all of it. I watched probably about a little more over half. And it's so in depth. You have to actually pay attention, which I liked. And it keeps your attention, that's how I think of the best animes. It needs your attention to understand it, but it helps, like, it keeps your attention at the same time. Like, it's not boring and drawn out. It's drawn out, but it's intense. Intense is one word to describe Death Note. Intense.
So now we move over to my number 2. His number 3 was what he considered to be the best. My number 2 was what I consider to be the best anime you probably have seen or ever. And my number 2 is Code Geass, so Lucia the Rebellion. And I consider it the best because, first of all, it was my favorite for a long time. It used to be a toss between that one and number 1. And eventually number 1 pulled through. But like, Code Geass was so intricate with its storytelling, with its character development. You had Lelouch and everything he went through, eventually just from him and losing control, with the dramatic irony pointed out for the ending. And Lelouch was probably the most relatable character I've ever seen, for me at least. I related the most to him. And it just, as the whole story looped full center back to the original story, it was definitely one of the most interesting and intriguing anime. I can't keep talking about this one enough because it really is the best quality to me. It had the best character development, the best storytelling, one of the best animation I've seen. My one gripe is that with the anime, it was more mecha. They put the mechas in, and it felt like a lot of the scenes weren't the same. They didn't hold the same sort of weight that the book had because it was more simpler to earth. But even the mecha wasn't enough for making me think that it's the best and my number 2 favorite.
Alright, for number 2, I put Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online, the biggest flaw to me is some parts is kind of cheesy. Like, it's like a bad joke in some parts to me. Like, it has a lot of different qualities to it, like the romance and the action, and like, it has like, it's like a whole bunch of animes pumped into one, and it's like an online MMO, but it brings it to reality, which I liked a lot. And then it made me feel attached to a lot of the characters. Second, not Sachi. I don't like Sachi. Sachi's.
Oh, okay. So you're looping 1 and 2 together.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess it's 2 separate series. It's like Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball Z is a series, like the whole thing all together.
Yeah.
Is how I explain it. But Sword Online, it would have made. It's so close to my favorite, but it's just. I don't know. I'm looking forward to season 3 though a lot, and the movie.
Three guesses as to which one his favorite is. Anyways, so we get to my number 1 and my favorite. As you can tell from the hat I've been messing around with the entire video, my personal favorite has to be One Piece. One Piece is an anime that even I found flaws with. Chris pointed out the character designs were weird. I had to agree that I didn't like some of the designs. The length of the show can definitely make it off-putting to some people. All that aside, I still found the most joy watching this show. Every time I watched the show, I felt like I was a kid again. Watching it, I was so happy. There was almost... I watched it when I was sad. I always felt happy. It was a good pick-me-up. It was both comedic and serious at moments where it needed to be. Down to the seriously funny fourth gear bounce man that you saw. That you made fun of and Luffy blew up his arm and stuff. It can both be comedic and serious at the same time. And while some people will say it's too comedic, then it's never a serious moment, I say watch the entire series. You haven't seen enough of it. Yeah, though, it's 700 episodes. It can be really off-putting. That's the only thing is the length and some of the goofy designs. But all in all, personal favorite, would recommend 10 out of 10.
Alright. Before I say mine. Now...
The hypocrisy of mine.
No, I'm not saying. Now, I think One Piece should make, like, a Kai version.
Oh, and a Brit. Oh.
No.
I know what you mean, like a shortened version, because
like
there is
all the main points.
Like, remember when you were watching it with me and he was on the ship and they were crying, whatever? Yeah. Alright, right after that, it was supposed to start into a whole different arc. But what you saw when they were on the island fighting that ice dude, that's filler. That is not in the manga in any way. Like, there are a lot of filler parts of it, but he takes less breaks. So yeah, there should be a shortened version that's not nearly as many episodes as...
Speaking of Kai, my number 1, it's like, I don't know if you can see his shirt, but it's Dragon Ball Z. My number 1 is just because it's probably the same with his. It's like, it's always going to hold that special place in your heart, kind of. Like, nothing can replace it because it's like your first time.
No, see what made me laugh was you said it was your first anime. My first anime didn't even make my list. It made number 6.
What?
Bleach. Bleach made number 6. It just missed the cut.
Well, I love Dragon Ball Z, which I don't think is the best, but I think it's my favorite, definitely. It's my first anime I've watched. It has different moments in it, like intensity, and then a little, but not too much, barely any, but it made me sad. A couple funny moments. I guess you can't count it, but I guess if you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged, most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. And overall, it's just I love it. It introduced me to anime. It got me into everything else, and I love it.
I mean, personal favorites. I feel like personal favorites always outrank the best. Even if you do find one that you find the best, it has the best storytelling. It almost never compares to your favorite anime.
The way I know Dragon Ball Z is my favorite is that I can watch it more than once. I can watch the same fights over and over again, time after time, and never get bored of them. Well, yeah, at a certain point, like if I watch the Frieza fight more than like 2 times, 3 times tops, then I might go brain dead for sitting there, or I might just fall asleep. But you know.
Well, I mean, think about what you said was the best was Death Note, and then your personal favorite was Dragon Ball. Look how radically different those 2 series are.
Yeah, because Death Note.
It was more.
The reason I feel like it's the best is because you don't have to like anime to like Death Note. it's like you don't have if you like to watch like intense shows and then you watch Death Note, you're like, oh, this is a great anime. Maybe I should start watching anime.
And then you find Playland Magica, Madoka Magica.
Start and watch that. I should know.
I know. That being said, more upcoming reviews. Shows that will definitely be upcoming: Samurai Champloo, redo to Akame ga Kill. I actually am going to take it to advice and redo Akame ga Kill. I know that was much more recent. I think it's the second to the newest video, but that was before we saw the end of it. So now we know the ending. I can give a much better review now. I've seen it fully. I think my grade might go down slightly for Akame ga Kill. I don't like the ending. I'm also gonna redo One Piece, one of the older videos. If you can stand cringeworthy comedy, because even I think my older videos are cringeworthy, go ahead and check them out in my channel. I'm gonna try to push this up to 20 minutes, just to make it even. I don't like this video.
20 minutes is a long video, dude.
My longest video is 22 minutes. Oh dear God. Soon after this, I will upload a tour video around my room, because now with the camera farther away, so I hope you don't mind that you have to strain to see my face. No apologies. My face is not that good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, my face is good. That's why my face isn't that good. You can see a lot more of my posters now. Harley, Heath Ledger, and then my Attack on Titan posters. I'll do a tour around my room so you can see all the posters, my collection I have set up, my katana and my other blades and stuff. I guess I just described my entire room. And the PlayStation. Yeah, I still just want to talk about my upcoming content. Because we'll be doing the fantasy fight where we both pick a character. We research, that's going to take the most. We're probably going to do that one monthly. At some point every month we'll do a whatchamacallit video. Fantasy fight video.
I'm like watching YouTube videos.
Watching YouTube while I'm posting. I'm streaming, not streaming. But we're gonna recording for YouTube.
I wish you were streaming. Twitch for life. Nothing on YouTube. Love YouTube. Twitch. More of your YouTube.
If I would actually do Twitch TV just as a TV show. But yeah, upcoming things. Fantasy fight. We both pick a character. We research that to hell and back, and then we basically bring it in, and we're gonna analyze it, and then we're both gonna give our scenario on the fight, and then you decide in the comment section below, and then the next fantasy fight will tally up the votes in the comments, and then give you the poll result. I feel like that one's gonna be interesting. We got the movie reviews coming up. I
don't think I'm probably gonna be a part of that.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of movies.
TV show reviews, we're going to start with that too. I might do that with my mom. She watches a lot of shows. I can do Empire, that'll get her into it. Yeah. As for anime reviews, that's always going to be a thing. I'm going to try doing that to weekly to bi-weekly, at least. You're going to get a video either once a week, or if I miss 1 week, you'll get it the next week. Just know that you're going to get it at least 2 times a month. Fantasy Fight won't start until he's able to get a computer. Whenever he's able to get a computer, he's able to start editing the videos and put the pictures up on the side and everything, then we'll start doing the Fantasy Fight. And then, movie reviews I'll try to start sometime soon, as well as the TV show reviews. I think the first episode of TV show reviews I'll do is either Empire or The Walking Dead. That's a fun thing to do. If anybody's watching this, put in the comment section below Walking Dead or Empire is what you want to do.
Probably like 5 comments, maybe.
But that's about it. I'm the Anime Hero. He's Dragon Reviews. He hasn't started his channel yet, and I'll sign off.